I'm sure Vijay would also join in. So Rashmi, if you can also just find out from him, and yeah,
Yes, yes.
so we can start. Anyway, it's just time actually. So yeah, brilliant. So good to be back. I hope somewhere.
Hi, Sarman. Good morning.
Very good morning, Sri Lekha. So good to be back on DC Live doing language training, which we have done.
In a very short span of time. After the AI tool, again today we have one more live show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm so happy that you people are keeping DC Live a bit busy. Thank you so much for doing it.
Oh, no, it's always our pleasure. And if you remember, we have done almost 1.5 years ago and stuff like that earlier, right? When
Yes.
DC Live was very
Yes.
young. And so we have done. And so I think this is would be a regular endeavor, right, from English team. So we will try and bring in these kind of concept and something interesting, right? And so along with the participants, and I'm also thinking that I would be able to do something with Rashmi and maybe others as right. So what the endeavor, and we will also do that DC lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? We'll do a show maybe very soon. So Vijay is also in, and very glad, very happy, fantastic, great. So let's begin. I think we are on a tight schedule, right? Because just now this over. And then what we have is like around 12 o'clock, the RR stuff, right? I actually would have loved to have 1 hour. But anyway, we will squeeze in, right, our stuff. Okay, so first of all, first thing first, as I say, let's welcome our both 201 graduates. And as I was saying, very happy these kind of shows in past as well. Several participants starting from even 101. There are many participants who have participated, and recently we did the 301 in past as well. We have done, and we have got two 201 participants among us, and it's always a great pleasure. And this is what also our CEO also have said once during the English course development, right? How many of you can probably come and do a front end something, right? Do something or maybe share something and stuff like that, right? So this is a great platform, DC Live. I've been very vocal about this, right? Because one thing is like the detach, another thing is like DC Live. So this is a great platform where we can come and share our stuff, and it can be heard across the centers, which is very, very, very good. And if you have someone who's not a part of Desi Crew as well, share the link. They might also be able to listen. So many of my relative friends have listened and they have congratulated. Okay, so this is that platform. So today, let's begin. So we have got two 201 participants. I think we have already shared a kind of a glimpse through DC Live and also Detach. And so let me first welcome both the participants. So let's first go to see, there is one participant. First thing, let me invite Revati. Revati, hi, very good morning, and please introduce yourself to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, this is Revati, working junior QA engineer in QA Cloud process. First of all, I feel pleasure to share my thoughts here. Thanks to Sarvan sir, asked me to approach me to talk here. Thanks.
Fantastic. Great, Revati, fabulous. Good to have you. And let's go, as Revati said, like she's from QN Cloud. So let's get another participant who's not from QN Cloud. And so this is Vijay Raghav. Hi, Vijay. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, sir. I am Vijay. I'm from TNP Center and working in R3D like LiDAR and testing process. And thank you for having me in this show.
Fantastic. It's my pleasure. And also, when you speak, this way you can keep your mic somewhere near. And there is a hat which Vijay is wearing, or a cap you want to call. There's a story behind this as well, so I'll share, and hopefully it'll be very interesting as well. Okay, so let's begin. So the topic, what we are going to dwell upon is like a few things about English and few things about also, always our endeavor is also to ensure that this program reaches all other crewmates as well, and so that they can also become the next Vijay or Revati as well, right? And because the company has these kind of platform where it is a full-time dedicated course where participants can come and learn, and so that is the intent as well. Okay, so first thing first is like so it will be a chit chat concept or chit chat stuff, which where I would engage with these participants and I'll ask their thought to share in this particular forum. Okay, first thing first is like let's talk about the importance of English in the modern corporate world or corporate world, right? And so Revati, what do you think about? Good to have Taligai as well is here. Taligai, hi, good morning. Good to have you here.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Fantastic. So if you want to come in between, you certainly can. Great. So let's go to Revati. Revati, so
Yes.
what do you think about? Do you think English is a language which we can say if you want to work in a good company, a decent company, a corporate company, you can say, no, I don't want English. I have Tamil, Kannada, or maybe other language. I'm okay. Why do you bother me with English? So what is your thought about it? It is very important, become a very important concept in today's modern corporate world, soft skills or English skills. So what are your thoughts about it?
Yes, definitely must need English, because I definitely accept if we don't know the English, we can't work nowadays in the corporate world, because worldwide nowadays people speaking the English only. Previously, if we move to personal or professional wise, we move to other state or other country, definitely people have the language barrier, how we are going to live in the place or like that. But now everybody knows English. Every worldwide people are speaking English. Then it help us to get rid of language barrier actually. Then the one who has the good knowledge in English definitely gets the more opportunity in their life, especially their careers. They get the more opportunities. Even we two people have the same languages. We communicate also. In the corporate world, we are not preferring the own languages. Even email also, then social media also, we used to the English only to share our stuff and all. Even whenever we have we have a good stuff in technical side also. If we have the lack of English, definitely they getting the percentage of improvement is lesser, I think so. Then now the English is a worldwide communication in all areas. Computer and other entertainment, all areas it covers. So without English in corporate world, we can't live, I think so.
Absolutely great. So you also shared during your training. See, our training also gives a great opportunity to know about the participants. Like, so we might know more about Revati than probably. Right, because what happens is like many of the tasks which we do is also about the participant, where they share about it's around them, not other than that, right? So you had your struggle when you lived in Singapore for a fairly good time, and you had your struggle when you were there, and so that moment when you thought about it, like why can't I speak? So would you like to share that anecdote with everybody?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I say this anecdote's a word I won't forget in my lifetime, because we used many times the word. Actually, after I married, I got the opportunity to live in Singapore. Then I started my career as a system administrator in Singapore as a Chinese company. Then I have the opportunity to work with people who is speaking multiple languages. My company last time got Bengali people, then Chinese speaking people, then Malay, then mixed of people was there. Then 1 week, I have the technical stuff also, but first 1 week, around 1 month, I hesitate to speak with them. I hesitate to communicate with them. Even I have the technical knowledge also. The people at the management side is not happy with my performance. They say, then you have to speak more. Then only we can understand what you are doing like that. Then after my school days, after that, I opened the grammar book. Then where to speak, where to put has, where to put had, where to put this. Then one day my husband told me, just throw it away. You don't always conscious about what you are speaking. Are you speaking with grammatical like that? You don't think like that. You started to speak. You just break your hesitation. Then you started to speak. Everybody can understand what you. As long as what you are speaking, other people can communicate. Other people can understand. That's enough. No people. Together with me, many people are working white collar job, then supervisor level job. Also, people working. Then no, many people not yet completed the school levels also. But if the people able to communicate, they no hesitate, they speak. Then after that, when I started, okay, everybody is speaking. Sir, actually, I told one time only this word, but sir many times told in many sessions this word. Everybody is speaking. Then why I can't speak? I think when that moment I break my hesitation, then I started to speak. At the end of I think 7 years I completed and the same company. After 7 years, everybody likes me. Why? Because if only I have the technical stuff, if I don't have the English knowledge, no people. Definitely, I lost that job. I have to say, one point in time, I think, oh, maybe one week later, 2 weeks later, I thought better to fit the job. After that, only I think everybody speaking. Then why can't? Only thing I know English, but I hesitate to speak English. When the time I broken my hesitation, I felt I was okay to speak.
Fabulous story, right? So these are the stories which stick with us, right? The English team, both Rashmi and I, and so these are all great moments as well. And this is an actual thing, right? And this is what Revati mentioned. This is something everybody probably go through that, right? So that is precisely what it is. And it was very glad you shared a lot of information. Which is first thing is like you talked about. Right, the mental block. I always believe everything is in mind. If you want to do anything, it's all about your mind, right? And anything, right? It's all at the end of the day. You might have the body, you might have a lot of other things, but it's a mind, right? So that is very important. And another very important stuff is like, as Revati mentioned, it doesn't matter where you work, right? Even I've seen in IT and other companies, very big names as well. There are employees who struggle to frame a sentence or write an email as well. So this is a universal issue, especially, right? And it's not concerning one. And another very important, as long as you speak, which is very important. That's what we encourage more in 101 specifically, initial classes. As long as you can communicate. And no one can say that they don't have the language ability. Everybody have gone to school and college, you would have studied this, right? So this is very important. Even if in your what do you call local language or vernacular, still you would have had that subject which is called English. So which is very, very important. And Revati also mentioned about communication. It's very important. You might have all the skills, but if you don't know how to communicate your ideas among your team or maybe with your seniors and others or with your client as well, right? So it becomes a kind of a bottleneck for you where it prevents you from getting up to the next skill or right, and so which is a kind of an issue, right? So let's also involve now Vijay. So Vijay, I always felt that you have great skills. See, Vijay has come through. Revati directly walked into 201, but Vijay went through 101 and 201, and we will be very happy if we will have him for 301 as well. I've always noticed that Vijay, you come up with stories in your vocabulary, right? So that is one thing we will talk about that. But I just wanted to understand how important is vocabulary, right? If you can just quickly also explain what is vocabulary, and so how important is vocabulary, and how can one improve the vocabulary basket? How can one do?
So, basically, vocabularies are used to normally in basic English communication. We don't use that much vocabulary sentences. Vocabulary sentences are used in professional Englishes and time-saving conceptions like dilemma. Dilemma is a word like choosing two different things in one.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Abruptly, sudden movement. That makes some words are easy to speak but difficult to understand in the beginnings. If you are trying to learn new vocabularies, means you can watch English movies. There are lot of steps. The good platform to learn vocabularies means it's plenty of ways, sir. But now I am using Oxford and Cambridge dictionaries to make it. That's all, sir.
Fantastic, great. And tell us also about your stuff, because you come up with the three words, the many words you mentioned. And also I keep saying that we can only give limited words. We can't give you all 1,000 words or maybe so many words in a language, right? We give the three words so that the participant doesn't feel that they are overwhelmed with work. And then what happens is like it becomes kind of an issue for them to complete these vocabulary sentences and bring it in the next class. So, so the first thing is like I just wanted to ask you, right? What should one do to improve the vocabulary basket? In the sense like we have classes maybe 20, or in 101 we have 30 classes. So it becomes even if you had 20 into 3, so it becomes around 60 vocabulary. So this 60 vocabulary, do you think it's enough, or how could one improve this vocabulary, and why it is important for language enhancement?
So even 60 or 100, sir, in that class.
Okay, I think we temporarily lost him. Okay, so hopefully he will be back. Yeah. We learned vocabularies in the class during the classes, but we are using just 1 or 2 in our life during conversation. So, okay, and the question is like Vijay, you always come up with there are you and friend these 3 words you would add into one kind of story, and then you will come up, and some of the what do you call the vocabulary sentences almost like a para which is going into 100 words, and we give the writing task and we that make sure it is 300 words or thereabout that. There are some who struggle to put in 150 as well. So where does this skill come from? How you are able to articulate that 3 words into a sentence, and beautifully you bring it, you narrate a story. So where does this come from? And all this is happening in English. Sir, actually, I didn't expect that from you, sir. Actually, you have told me that your writing skills are nice and your vocabulary sentences are so nice. You do start writing, so that makes me to write. So that makes me. I am going through that. That I have already told you that I am writing one story. So still I am proceeding that. No, good. Keep all doing. I know work always is hectic, and we might have a lot of other stuff which will be going in your personal life as well. But these are the things which you are doing for yourself, and I'm very, very happy about that. And so this is a great thing. And also a very important thing as well. Vijay, you were also mentioning, no, I'll not have my camera on and all those things. I've got all these jitters and butterflies all of your tummy. Right, and there is a beginning somewhere, and this is what I was saying, right? Because it's great, because both you and Revati have come from the topper stuff, where you have spent a couple of minutes there, or maybe spoken more than that. But it's very great. This kind of platform is there, and the skilled people, right? You have skill. Everybody has skill, so you can come on this platform. Sri Lekha will be more than happy to have, and I'm very glad, very happy about that. Okay, so few things. See, first thing is like vocabulary. So what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is all the words in any language. Need not to be only in English. It could be in Tamil or any other thing as well. So this is the entire basket full of words. Anything which makes a sense. It could be a 2-letter word, or maybe 1-letter word, or more than that as well. So that is what it is. So as they say, as if you want to keep becoming better, which is very important, your set of vocabulary words also keeps improving. What does this vocabulary word do for you? So just Vijay used a word dilemma, right? So what is dilemma? So you don't have to say, I'm thinking whether I should go, or I'm thinking I should not go, right? So you can use a long sentence like this, but you can use, I'm in dilemma, right? Should I go, right? I'm in dilemma about the show. So when you say I'm in dilemma about the show, so you have taken out all the extra sentences which is required. And that is what this set of vocabulary words are all about. Right, and as we keep on getting better, if you want to keep on getting better, this vocabulary is very, very important. So we will exclusively do in another class where we can talk about how we can improve and stuff like that, get in there. But vocabulary words is all around us, like we have air all around us, vocabulary words is all around us. And in this particular digital world, I'm sure, see, everybody have a smartphone. So all the news and stuff like that, if you want to just spend some 5-10 minutes into something, and you will come up with plenty of words. The newspaper is the best thing. If somebody is into the newspapers and all, still I encounter a few words every day here and there, and so these words you may not know. So what you can do is, like, you can let them skip off your attention, or you can probably take a screenshot or maybe write it down. You can take a screenshot on your phone, or maybe write it down and take a screensaver and look for it. And if you don't know about that word, go and search. If it makes sense, add it to your vocabulary, right, set of words, and see it for 5 days, right? If you think that you see a word and then you will remember one, right, it will be, see, there is our founder, Salome, used one word, self-deprecating, in DC Summit, which is in Kolumagudi. Everybody on the dais, I didn't know about that word, right? Everybody, what is self-deprecating? Where one makes joke about themselves, right? And they make fun about themselves. So this is a word. So the thing is, like, you can let this word skip, or you make a note of it somewhere, and you find that word. If you see it after weeks' time as well, you might forget. So it's very important. Keeping words is very important, and then you will be able to stick. But very important to enhance. And in today's world, there are plenty of opportunity where I can definitely do. Okay. So let's move on to our another important thing, so that I can pose this question to Revati. And Revati, today, I'm sure I can say that I can say my generation, or Nelson is also a Nelson generation. When we completed our studies a long time ago, maybe mid-90s and all, and we probably heard about computers and all, and there was not home computer where every home can afford and stuff like that. Internet was at the very, very taking baby steps, right? And we had a dial-up modem. I don't know whether anybody know what you had to dial that modem. You get connected to the internet, and it was so slow, right? But look now today, so internet is everywhere. Internet is affordable. Smartphone is affordable, right? And if you see some people who probably ask for elms, or maybe they are begging at the station as well, they might have smartphone as well. So that is what today's world has become. So the question is, like, to you, do you think if someone wants to learn this language on their own in today's digital world, how can one do? What are the things they can do? And so focus is very important, but what are the stuff which they can do?
You mean after done the school, college, after that, or?
During the school, during the college, or any other thing. The digital world is one digital world, I said, is like your newspaper,
Yep.
right? So which is again available on phone. There are some who love to read the hard paper, which is delivered to your home, but you can also see on your smartphone as well. So likewise, what are the things? Either in school, or maybe in college, or maybe during work, and continue for life as well. What are the things one can do?
Yeah, previously when I studied, if I have any doubt, I just open the dictionary. Always teachers suggest us to follow the dictionary to see if you have any doubts. But nowadays, my girl and children's, or if you have any doubt, they just open up the YouTube, then Google the voice of what is the meaning, then they can get easily. Better to use the YouTube than internet stuff also in a positive way. Then you introduced TEDx for me. After that one, started to watch the 18 minutes video, then how the speaker can speak within 18 minutes, deliver the content, then how they present, the way they present everything, we can use the TEDx also. Then YouTube TEDx, then watching the English movies. Previously, I never did before. I never watched English movies, English songs. After that, now I started to watch bits, short movies like that. Then I encourage my people also, my children also to watch the movies and songs. Even if not understand like some vocabulary, in the social media also I see some vocabulary previously. I don't go search what is the meaning. I just keep that. Then I just read it. Now I started to see what is the meaning of that, because now after 201 I have interested to use the vocabulary words in my speaking, because when we, instead of using the simple words, when we use the vocabulary, it makes our English like very stylish and look fluency also, I think so I just want my side, I just want to use those things. I want to use more vocabulary into my words, into my when I speak.
Fabulous, Revati, a lot of important point, and she said about style and looks good. Yeah, why not, right? Sometimes when we speak in our local language, we can use that, what do you call, sing song and stuff like that. But when we, mostly when we speak in English, no, I know it is fair too, because we are learning, we are doing, but why not we can add a little bit of style and panache in speaking as well. Hey, I haven't seen you for a long time, where were you, right? Who's preventing you from doing that? I hope you get that soon, right? So there's feeling in that, right? So these are the emotions which can be used in the word, which we generally do with our local language, but sometimes we fail to do that in when we speak in the language. And another very important thing she mentioned, Revati mentioned, is like if you have kids, I've said to many, we have Srilekha back here and Revati and many other parents as well. If you have young ones at home, one thing which you can do free of cost is like get them involved in something which is around this language. It could be a rhyme, it could be something related to that particular kid's age, and if the sooner you do it, better for the kid. Right? If you introduce it the first 3 years itself, or maybe 5 years, or later as well, if you haven't done, you are doing a great service, because that kid would understand with this digital media or the platform what is happening in the background and how they are pronouncing the word and all. And you will not believe, over a period of time, that will stick with that particular kid. Right? So this is one important thing. So, so maybe, right. So any other thing, Vijay, you want to add apart from few stuff, digital platform? What are the other things you said about the movies and all? So what kind of movies, where you have seen, you have gone for a subscription, or it's free of cost, what you have done? Digital platform.
Most of the time it's a free of cost, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not spending money on that subscription and that at all.
Yeah.
My friends used to do that, so I will borrow the IDs to use to watch some of the movies.
Okay.
Actually, it's nowadays not many of the guys not reading any books, sir. If they are starting reading like physical book. If they don't like physical book, means they use digital reading like Amazon Kindle. There are a lot of ways to read English books. In these books, lot of new words like vocabularies and etc. Idioms. There are lots using in these books. So, and after that, listen to English songs. It's totally a new world for us, sir. The words, the essence, it's totally different from one to another songs. So it's this kind of stuff, sir.
Fantastic, great. So songs is, Revati is also mentioned. See, songs is another thing. Songs not because you someone is saying fall in love with English songs, right? But the thing is like it's in the lyrics, it's in the style, and so once you like, they say music is universal. Right, it doesn't have to be your Tamil or maybe Kannada or maybe any language, maybe a Korean as well. Right, there are a lot of, we don't have to say, because all the Korean songs are very popular nowadays. So the point here is like lyrics is something which you will follow, you will like the song and then you will follow and stuff like that. And these are things which is available on digital platform and which is plenty of them, right? And so if someone wants to be in the learning process, so English is all around you. You don't have to get into the class and do stuff as well. Yes, for confidence in front of speaking in front of others and all that has to be built in some interactive sessions where you have a trainer who can help you, facilitate you. Like we just said, give that confidence, which is very important. Sometimes we don't know whether we are doing. There are some participants who start really well. We think, okay, they will do well, but somewhere they are self-doubting. So this is where you always have someone who help you, right? And that's what I'm sure everybody had in their life, starting from the school where you have your teachers, or maybe there about life, you have some mentors who always are there with you and who will tell you what to do, right? And that is the beauty of it. Okay, so we will definitely do another stuff on digital platform itself. There are plenty of things. I don't think so this time will be enough to definitely do this. So one, I think, I hope Sri Lekha is with us. Sri Lekha, you're with us, isn't it? I hope she's not busy.
Yes, I'm with you, Sarma sir.
Okay, fantastic. Vijay, tell us about your hat. So it's a good time to the cap which you're wearing. So this is something you can do something with Sri Lekha, with Vijay as well. And so this is what he has done is like a very noble cause. So let's hear the story. So Vijay, the reason you had all the long hair, like those 80s hippies kind of stuff as well. I used to wonder what is happening with Vijay, and I think it's gone now. Disclose the story, why it is gone, and what's the cause. We have lost him again.
So actually, after joining,
And this is
a lot of people are having the different styles of hairstyle, but
okay.
I don't have any permanent hairstyle. So I didn't expect that more. So I started to grow my hair. So we can make that. If someone tell me this hairstyle suits to you, then we can make that to me. And I have started growing. Actually, this is my 4th attempt, sir. Last 3 attempts has been failed because of some reasons. First reason was my final year exam.
Right.
Due to that, I have to cut my hair. Second reason is my sister's wedding. So definitely, my relatives forced me to do that.
Okay.
And third one was my first day of joining in this officer. I need to look decent, so I have to cut my hair. And after that, I asked my TL,
is like no girls?
Sorry?
One second, Vijay, you might be thinking that girls don't have reason to cut their hair, but then it comes to boys, they have to do it, right? So we can go with any hairstyle anywhere.
Actually, it's come with for men's means it's totally different story. You're not a girl, that kind of stuff. And after that, I asked my TL to, is it a problem? Is this the reason? And I am started growing my hair. Is there any problem to? Is there any causes? I have asked my TL. So they said, this is nice one. You have tried that. This is not a problem for us. So they encouraged me. And the past 1.5 years, I grew my hair. And last month, I completed my duty, sir. Actually, that's June 25th.
Okay. So what did you do with that hair? Tell about that. What happened to that hair which you shaved?
So actually, I asked them before that 1 month before, sir. It's a private NGO, Hair Crown in Theni. I asked them what's the procedure to donate my hair. They said after the COVID-19, no persons, no visitors are allowed in our NGO. So you can make it in a barber shop and you can parcel it to me. It's enough for us. They told to me. And after that, I asked around 10 barber shops.
Okay.
They didn't do any kind of service this like that. So they rejected me. So after that one, sir, I finally got one salon, and they told we have do it for women's, but men's this is the first time. So that was a surprise for me. And after that, there was still some procedures, sir.
Okay.
So we have to make it a plate and have to shave that. And the procedure I completed, and I have donated my hair.
Fantastic, fantastic. So all the experiment which he has done with the hair, I think even women probably is one guy who is fallen in love with his hair, right? And sometimes most of the men they comb and then they are off, right? And women as well. So fabulous. And the cost was, I think you shared more stories now, right? And right, and which is very very interesting. And this is a noble cause. And so which is very heartening, very nice to hear, because a lot of places where this hair can be used, right? And which is very very important. Okay, so as I said, we have curtailed show today, so we don't have another question of 15 minutes. So we will try and skip one question and then we will go to the last one. And so Revati, so please share. So this is also a platform, that is why we are doing, and also DC Live is a platform for all other things. Like yesterday, we had another show where our Manigandan came and shared about the most happening technology around. Right. So this is a platform where this voice can reach all the crewmates as well. So please share your, first of all, your experience as a journey, what you have experienced as a participant in English, and also how would you encourage others to come and experience this?
Yeah, first of all, I ask sorry to Saravanan sir, because before I get into the section, I thought how after everybody completed school, everybody completed graduation, maximum the medium of studied in English only. And now after this session, what they going to teach, I thought like that. Then my friend actually suggests me, definitely you will enjoy it, you can get some content from there. Then after I get into the session only, I came to know you are not teaching. You really ask people to break the hesitation of the trainees, I must say like that. Then I could see first day of the session how people, trainees, my co-trainees talk. Then after that, last session, how confident, including me, how confident we are speaking able to see. Then really the session was very, some session, I would say, before I get into the session, I think maybe boring like that. Then after really, I should say it was very enjoyable actually, very contentful actually. Then really Saravanan sir did very well. He trying to hesitate the people to speak in English. Thank you to Saravanan sir. I take this opportunity to thank you and Rashmi also. Then I definitely suggest my co-crewmates also. Definitely, if you take this course, you won't be disappointed. You definitely get enjoy, and some point you can break your hesitation to speak in English.
Fabulous. I hope this voice reaches everybody, and which is very important, right? So we always find that we have capacity to add a little bit more. This time around, we had around 100 odd, right? Sometimes we get more participants as well, but not everybody turn up as well, right? So that is again, so there is no, as they say, no pain, no gain. So you need to put in this effort, as Revati mentioned. This is in a fixed time, and only we can interact. This is all practical, right? So there's nothing in terms like too much into dwelling upon other aspects of English, right? Fabulous. So let's ask the same question to Vijay. Vijay, what is your thought? What do you want to share?
Sir, actually, it was going well, sir. Actually, I didn't expect this from the English course, sir.
Okay.
And not only for English, sir. Even everything. The first step would be definitely difficult for us to take that. We have to want that, or we have quit that from now. It's not a burden for us. That's same, sir. I have the basic communication skills, but lack of confidence and hesitation, I don't come up with that, sir. And English class gives me a confidence, and still I am nervous. My legs are dancing in the floor, sir. I am not coming up with it.
No, you're doing good. Everybody have to come up with this, right? And so this is a great thing, and this is where
you're saying your lack of confidence. No, actually, Vijay
Yeah,
is
ma'am.
saying is a lack of confidence, but I don't feel like you're lacking in the confidence. You're very confident. When you say this as a lack of confidence, I don't know how you'll talk if you have really a confident.
Ma'am,
You're
actually,
talking very confident.
it's improved much, ma'am. Because of Saravanan, sir, it's
You're very
improved much.
good. Credit goes to Saravanan. That is no doubt about it. I'll be the first person to tell that. So all the credit goes to him. Like எல்லா புகழும் இறைவனுக்கே அப்படி சொல்ல மாதிரி. So English skill எல்லாம் எல்லா புகழும் சரவணனுக்கே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு I'll say. So yeah, definitely. I just want to comment. Even I was as a student. So I also so this much I'm talking. I mean, this is also one of the reasons why Saravanan is behind me. So still he's there. So whenever I go down or whenever I need a help, so first person to approach for me is Saravanan. So undoubtedly. So if whatever the situation is, first I'll go and I'll pin him say what to do, He'll just give us the tips. He will just take her. He will tell what to do. He will not tell us like this is the answer and all. He will make you to do. That is the actual trainer which is supposed to do. That always Saravanan does that. So Vijay, you are very confident. I think you'll improve your confidence more in future.
Okay, fabulous. And we have, sorry, Vivek was here. I hope he's listening. I wanted to have a chat with him as well. And good to see Srinidhi as well here. And so this is precisely what it is, Vijay. If you do maybe another 3 events like this, I would not say you will come into an event without having some sort of nervousness. That will be there. That is good nervousness. There is a good nervousness, bad nervousness. Bad nervousness will spoil the event. Good nervousness will give you that little bit of what do you call that unsure, and sometimes you actually do well, right? And so which is good. And Revati is from a QN Cloud process. More often than not, they come and take the courses, right? But you are not from a QN Cloud process, right? You are from another process, a completely unventured territory, if I want to call it. So please, you are the referral point, and I'm sure you should encourage everybody to come and join. And I'm sure your crewmates, those who know Vijay very well, right? They would be very, very happy to come and be a part of this particular training as well, right? And so fabulous. So we have another 3 minutes. So first thing is like, so this is precisely, and Srilekha also mentioned few things as well, right? And DC Live, when this was coined in, right, way back, we have celebrated 2 years now. So initial time, it's always a new platform for everybody, right? DC Live, no matter how you do meetings and these kind of stuff as well, but unless and until you are there in some actual event and you don't know, you might have 100 listeners, you might have just 10 listeners, you might have few listeners as well, but at the end of the day, it's a new platform, and this is precisely everybody should probably come and leverage as well. So I think, so there are others, I believe both Karthik and Srinidhi, they're joining in for the next event, I believe. So we have another 2 minutes. And so with the promise that we will come back and bring in these kind of an event, the English team, right? And we have already identified who are the participants whom we will do. First, we want to exhaust the current stuff, and then we probably go on to the previous ones as well, right? So we will also we are thinking that we will bring in that bit of grammar kind of a stuff, where Rashmi and I and anybody want to come and volunteer as well. We certainly can. And so this would be the pattern. We will speak to some participants, and as long as they are free, like both of them, they were so gracious that they accepted. And so we will keep involving and keep coming back, right? So I think it was a fabulous time. I'm sure I really enjoyed, and I'm sure both Revati and Vijay enjoyed, and listeners, no matter wherever they are from, they would have enjoyed. And so what I could say is like, thank you everybody, right, for listening in, and thank you D-Touch and DC Live team as well, who has been very supportive. And and thank Revati and Vijay, and of course Rashmi as well. And Nelson, thank you very much for being here, right? For the entire stuff. And so great. And so this is done now. So we have completed our stuff. So we are handing over the baton to you. So I think Vivek is also back here. Yeah, brilliant.
So thank you, Saravanan, and thank you, Revati, and special thanks to Revati and Vijay coming here and sharing your experience and triggering the other people's also to let you, I mean, to know that how the platform is very important.